I found out my mom lied my entire life about my father not wanting anything to do with me. Now I don't know if I can ever forgive her. If you had told me a month ago that my entire life was built on a lie, I would have laughed in your face. My mom, the woman I trusted more than anyone, lied to me. Not a little white lie. No. This was the kind of lie that rips your soul apart, the kind that changes how you see yourself, your family, everything. I grew up believing my dad was a deadbeat. Mom painted that picture for me since I was old enough to understand words. He walked out on us, she'd say. He didn't care about you. Birthdays came and went with no calls, no letters. Every missed holiday, another notch in the "he doesn't love you" belt. I used to lie to my friends, saying my dad was busy or lived too far away. Deep down, I thought I wasn't good enough. Why else would a father abandon his kid? Fast forward to last month. I was helping Mom clean out her attic because she's moving to Florida, retirement and all that. We were sorting through boxes when I found an old dusty shoebox. No markings, just there. I almost tossed it aside, almost. But curiosity got the better of me. Inside were letters, dozens of them. Yellowed paper, shaky handwriting. The first line on the top letter stopped me cold. To my beautiful boy Evan, I miss you every day. My heart dropped. I read the date, my 8th birthday. Confused, I rifled through the rest, every single one addressed to me. Letters for every birthday, holidays, random Tuesdays. He wrote to me for years. Some envelopes were opened, some weren't. She read some of them. I confronted Mom right then and there. I could barely speak, holding the letters in my trembling hands. What the hell is this? She looked at the box, eyes wide. Then, she sighed. Like I just asked her why the sky was blue, like it was nothing. Oh, those, she muttered. Those, he was toxic, Evan. He wasn't good for us. I did what I had to do. What you had to do. My voice cracked. He tried to be in my life. You told me he left. She shook her head like I was the unreasonable one. You don't understand. We fought all the time. He wasn't reliable. He'd come around and mess with your head. Better you thought he was gone than deal with that. But that wasn't your choice to make. I was yelling by then, heart pounding in my ears. You let me believe I wasn't good enough for him. Her defense? I was protecting you. Protecting me? No, protecting herself. It gets worse. I demanded to know why. If he wanted to see me, he never showed up. Never knocked on my door when I turned 18. Never found me on social media. You know what she said? He wasn't allowed to. Turns out, after their divorce, she filed a restraining order, said he was unstable. Not physically abusive, no, but claimed he was emotionally volatile. The court granted it. He wasn't allowed within 500 feet of us. I was 3 when that happened. He apparently tried multiple times over the years. He tried. He called, she said. I told him to stay away, that you didn't need him and didn't want to see him. That if Evan wants to see you when he gets 18, that he will reach out. You told him I didn't need him? I could barely breathe. That wasn't your choice. Her eyes welled up. I thought it was best. I didn't want you to be disappointed by him. Disappointed? I grew up thinking I wasn't wanted. That's worse than disappointment. I stormed out, letters clutched tight, got in my car, drove aimlessly until I parked at some random lot and sobbed like a kid. 30 years old and I felt like whole world caved in. I Googled him, found his obituary. He died 2 years ago. He's gone. No second chances. No meeting him. No hearing his voice. And guess what? He lived about 3 hours away. I went to college 20 minutes from his place. He apparently tried to reach out again when I was 21. She shut him down. Told him I didn't want to hear from him. He respected that, because he thought I said it. I sat in my car, reading every letter. He never stopped loving me. He wrote about how proud he was when I first started school, how he hoped I liked soccer and that we could play it together, how he was saving up in case I wanted to go to college. He wanted to be there. Mom took that away. Now she wants me to get over it. She actually said, "You can't be mad forever, Evan. I did what I thought was best." Mad? Mad doesn't cover it. I'm grieving a man I never got to meet, and she's the reason why. Family says I should forgive. That she did her best. No. Her best wasn't good enough. Her best cost me a lifetime with my father. And now she wants me at her retirement party next month and expects me to help with her move. Like nothing happened. I don't know if I can ever forgive her. I don't know if I want to. She took those years from me, years I'll never get back. And now she wants my understanding? No, I don't think I can. Would I be wrong to cut her off? Update. It's been 2 weeks since I found out my mom lied to me my entire life about my dad. 2 weeks since I sat in my car, clutching letters from a father I'll never meet, sobbing until my head hurt. 2 weeks of my world crumbling beneath me. I told myself I needed space, some time to process everything, so I texted my mom, "I need some space. Please respect that." Simple, clear, not cruel, just honest. But you know what she did? She showed up at my apartment, banging on my door like a woman possessed, screaming through the wood, "You can't just shut me out, Evan. I'm your mother." I didn't open it. I sat on the floor, back against the door, fists clenched, heart pounding. Tears pricked my eyes. Why couldn't she just leave me alone? My phone buzzed. Voicemail after voicemail. Texts flooding in. "You're being dramatic. I did what I thought was best. You'll regret this if you keep pushing me away." Then she said something so manipulative that it made me nauseous. "If you loved me, you'd understand." If I loved her? She lied to me for 3 decades. Robbed me of a father-son relationship I can never get back. And I'm the villain if I need space? She stayed outside my door for an hour. Neighbors peeked out, embarrassment, anger, heartbreak. It was all swirling in me like a storm I couldn't escape. Finally, she left. Not before shouting, "Don't do something you'll regret." But here's the thing. I already regret that I trusted her, that she was my only source of truth all these years. I blocked her number that night, blocked her email. I thought she'd get the message. I was wrong. 3 days later, a letter. Messy handwriting, pages upon pages of excuses. I was young. I didn't want you hurt. He wasn't perfect either. Not once did she say, "I'm sorry." Not once did she own what she did. Just reasons, justifications, like that would bring back the years she stole. I didn't even finish reading it. Tore it in half. Done. I sat on my couch that night, the room dark, the letters from my dad spread out on the coffee table. His words felt like echoes from a ghost, a man who tried, a man who wanted me. I need answers, so I'm looking for his family. Found a name, my aunt, his sister. I created a Facebook account and searched for her, found a profile with the same name and in the same town that my father passed away in. My hands shook typing the message, "Hi, I think you're my aunt. My name's Evan. I just found out about my dad. I'd really like to talk." Heart racing, waiting. An hour later, she replied, "Evan, oh my God, we've been trying to find you for years." I broke. Right there. Fell to the floor, crying so hard my chest hurt. They wanted me. I wasn't some forgotten kid. My family was out there, without me, because of her lies. We talked. She told me stories about my dad. How he never missed sending me birthday cards, even when they were returned unopened. How he kept my baby pictures. How he never stopped loving me. He died thinking I didn't want him, because my mom told him that. Because she took that choice away from both of us. Mom keeps trying. Letters in the mail, calls from new numbers. I can't. I won't. I sent her one final text from a burner number. "You lied to me my entire life. You took my father from me. I asked for space and you ignored me. This is goodbye. Don't contact me again." Blocked. Done. I'm meeting my aunt next weekend. Nervous, excited, heartbroken. There's a whole side of my family I never knew because of her. But I'm not wasting more time on what I lost. I've lost enough. Mom? She made her bed. I spent years mourning a dad I thought abandoned me. Now I'm mourning the mother I thought I had. And honestly, that might hurt worse. But I'm choosing truth over lies. Peace over guilt. The only regret I have is trusting her for so long. But I can't really blame myself for that, because who would think that they couldn't even trust their own mother?